Hi folks, Kenny from ScotPhil here, and thanks again for tuning in today. I've got a drone about video for you today. It's basically a walkabout with some drone footage, so stay tuned for that. I'll also bring you the latest important changes to our lockdown level restrictions and where we are with the case numbers, etc. So let's jump in. Most of Scotland has done really well with a good reduction in positive COVID cases, hospitalisations and deaths, and the approximate number of vaccines given so far, 3 million first jabs and 1.5 million second jabs. So we're looking at about 75% or so of all adults with at least one jab. As I said before, I'm due my second jab around the end of this month or the start of June. I'll get another blue NHS envelope about a week before the appointment, I assume at the Caird Hall once again. The 4 nations of the UK are all reducing restrictions on Monday the 17th. Although there are some differences between us, the reductions are all fairly similar. I'll concentrate on Scotland. If you don't already know, Scotland is the northern half of the UK, with the capital being Edinburgh, and I'm about an hour north in Dundee. The majority of Scotland will be going from level 3 to level 2, except for an area called Morayshire, which has had a bit of a spike, and they will stay in level 3. And the islands that you can see to the north and the west, they will go to level 1, as they have had very small positive numbers now for some weeks. So the main changes are 8 people can now meet outdoors, 6 people from 3 households can meet indoors, and overnight stays are allowed. Hospitality such as pubs and restaurants can now serve alcohol as well as meals indoors up to 10 p.m. Cinemas and theatres can open again, and maximum numbers attending indoor and outdoor events has been increased. Non-essential international travel is allowed with caution, and for those returning to the UK there will be a traffic light system in place whereby countries will be listed as either red, amber or green, and this will determine whether or not you'll be allowed in and for how long and where you will have to isolate. All 4 nations will be running the same system, so it doesn't matter which border you come in on, it will all be the same. So far there is no further news on me being allowed into the Philippines, but the positive case numbers are coming down there, and the vaccine rollout is also gathering a bit of pace. I've just heard that the SRRV applications for the over 50s are once again being accepted from Monday, so looks like I'll be applying for that as soon as I get there. Again, I'm keeping a close eye on what happens, and the fingers are permanently crossed. My apologies to the drone enthusiasts. I was hoping to do a bit of drone footage for you this week, but the weather just hasn't been up to it. Mostly overcast with some mist and rain. When it wasn't like that, the wind was a bit on the strong side. My big drone, which is much more powerful and stable, is already in the Philippines. So here's hoping I can get something done for next week. Comment below if there's somewhere in particular you want me to try for. The last thing to mention is a first for this year. I saw my first ship going up the Tay on Thursday. There's probably been others, but it's the first I've seen since last year, although I have seen some sailing boats out on the river lately. The Broughty Ferry Sailing Club is not very far from here. Well, that brings me to the end of this one. Remember the like and share buttons down below. Subscribe if you want to be notified of my next one, and tune in again to see if I get that drone footage for you. In the meantime, stay safe, stay well, see you soon, hopefully.